Big movie came out Friday.
Yeah.
Creed 3.
Yeah.
You a real fighter. You a real trainer. What'd you think of the fight?
That shit was corny, man. It was corny because Jose Benavidez was a heavyweight in the movie.
Yeah, I saw that shit. Jose Benavidez started his career at what? What was it, 47? And fights at 54? I'm like, what a come on.
Also, it was corny because it was predictable. The movie was predictable. His man come home from jail. His man was a little older than him. He was the real fighter. He get locked up for protecting Adonis. He come home. He leaning on his Bentley, or what was that, Rolls Royce? Yeah. He leaning on the shit. Yo, what's up? He turned around. Damn, you don't remember me? Oh shit! The whole shit was predictable. Then he get in the gym. Of course, he a head case because he been in jail for 20 years. He beating up people in the gym, acting stupid. Yeah, I mean, he fixed the injury where he got somebody to hit whoever that, I forgot who that was, in the hand to fuck that fight up. So now he all of a sudden can get the fight with Benavidez. What I feel like they trying to do is they trying to stamp this Jake Paul shit. They trying to make it look like anybody could do it because he did it in the movies. One of the worst feelings in the world was watching that fight and watching people clap at the end of that shit was like corny. And you can call me a hater. I'm okay.
Nah, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. When dudes was clapping at the end of the movie, yeah. I'm like, yo, I can tell y'all casual boxing fans.
They're not even boxing fans. They just fans of movies, and which I can't be mad at them. But it's fucked up how like they think this shit real. Yeah. Like I even seen the boy do an interview where he was trying to explain, some of the fights he was watching, and he said, "Yeah, I saw George Foreman. He used to do this, so I took some of that." Like you don't even got the terminology down. That means you really wasn't in the gym. Like, and I know Michael B. Jordan been doing his thing, being around the gyms and fucking around with it, but it's not.
He looks like he's getting better though.
Nah, man.
He looked like
somebody hit Michael B. Jordan. He gonna cry.
No, I'm just talking about just like him.
Yeah, I guess for a client, yeah, you look good for a client. I mean, you got Bug working with you. You better be looking like something. And then it's just not reality. They look like wrestlers. Every guy look like a wrestler. I mean, that's not a boxing body. I mean, and then in the movie they tried to make him look like a retired veteran. Like he still look like he's 26 years old. Like he acting like he retired. Now he in the gym half-ass coaching. Wood Harris, like it was just Wood Harris is probably the best actor in the movie. Like he probably like the most.
Felicia Rashad.
Yeah, of course.
But I got you.
Her and Wood Harris, they play their roles really good. But it's like the movie was just predictable and it was corny, And I know they made a lot of money, and I'm happy for them for doing that. But it's just like, man, I don't know. It's just fucked up.
What bothered me in the movie is they didn't hold, like, Creed's team didn't hold him accountable. Like, bro, the dude, he pinched because he was helping you with some shit that you started.
Yeah.
Then, you don't reach out to him at all in the Bing. He writes you. Now, I know you didn't get the letters, but why didn't you reach out? Yeah. And then when you come up, you ain't even, like, send your man a kite or have a kite ready for him.
Or have a check ready for him or something. Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. The messages they just putting out through these movies is just crazy.
They just saying, just fuck it,
And dude came home and was like instantly the king. Like it's pitching bullshit. And the reason I don't like it is because you'll have people walking through that door, they want to box, and somebody would say, Greg, well, wouldn't it be good for you to get more people to, training? Yeah, but they don't really want to do it. They want it to happen just as fast as it happened in the movie. The movie is about an hour and a half long. You're not going to be world champion in an hour and a half. No. But you got people who believe that shit. They'll come in here and get on my fucking nerves. Like, I just watched Creed. I'm ready. Yeah, I know.
Boy got a title shot. Like, he was like a couple weeks from the Bing, bro.
Yeah, he just came home.
He was a couple weeks removed.
People don't.
He on pay-per-view. Yeah. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, this shit is fucked up. Like Rocky, like one thing I can say about Rocky, like the first Creed movie was alright too, even though that joint was a little far-fetched too. We're going to Mexico, building his record and all that.
But that happens.
No, it does happen, but they don't explain how it happens. First of all, you gotta have somebody fund that shit. Yeah. You're just not getting no fight in Mexico. First of all, you gotta take a flight. You ain't got the money for the flight or the fight. You ain't doing shit.
Well, he lived in Cali, so he could have drove down.
All right, but you got people walk through this door. Gee, you think we can go to Mexico? Where? How? Who paying for it? Can you really fight? You get what I'm saying? Now, okay, you got this movie and Rocky, Rocky, they showed the grind. Rocky, he was fighting in small venues.
Yes, true.
People were smoking in the venue as he was fighting. That's realistic because that used to happen. You know what I'm saying? Then he running down Kensington. He in the trenches. Yeah. What they call the beach right now. All the dope fiends, they made it look good. You know what I'm saying? This shit with Creed look Hollywood. This shit look corny.
And with Rocky had a bunch
and I'm not saying I like Rocky. Rocky full of shit too.
Yeah, Rocky had but at the same time, Rocky had a bunch of fights. And Rocky had probably 30, 40 fights at that time?
First of all, he had a journeyman's record and he built this record up and then he got a chance. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? He didn't come home from jail and just get a shot just because he knew somebody. First of all, when motherfuckers come home from jail, I seen this firsthand. Motherfucker come home from jail and somebody else is world champion. They try to detach themselves from that person. They don't want to be going out to dinner with them and all that. They don't even be around these dudes. That whole thing is fake, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying stop with the bullshit. They need somebody like me to write that shit. Help with the choreography and all that. Because even with the defense in the movies, they don't punch. They just, he just tighten up and just ripping, and then they ripping. That's not a real fight. Yo. Yeah, there's better ways to act that shit out.
If I see one of them dudes take a hard-ass overhand 3 or 4 times in a round and nothing happened, bro, I'm going to kill myself, yo. Yeah, they just throwing overhands. Dudes just taking them on the chin.
They got the best chins in the fight. Like this shit. And it's fucked up, man, because you're going to have, within this next month, man, you're going to have a lot of people coming in here. I just seen Creed, bro. I think I'm ready. Or you're going to have dudes coming home from jail. I deal with that shit all the time, man. That shit is a headache.
You know what bothered me the most, though? Yeah. During the fight, they acting like dude was just doing the dirtiest shit in the world. Like he was just the dirtiest boxer. All that shit was regular. All that shit was stuff I see every day in fights in the gym. A dude punching you on the shoulder, that's not illegal. That shit happens.
And I peeped what they did with the first movie. They put a lot of fighters in there just in the gym scenes and shit like that. Had Rosado in it. It was Andre Ward. It was a lot of people in that joint to give it that authenticity. But the further we got away from that, the further we got away from the fighters. Each movie got less fighters in it. But then you throw Bud in this one, so it's like, oh shit, Terrence Crawford.
But you got Bud sparring with a dude that's supposed to be the fucking heavyweight champ. And Benavidez,
that's what I'm saying. Who's thinking about, like, who's putting...
At least give me a light heavyweight as heavyweight champ.
Yeah, at least give me somebody that look like a big
give me a cruiserweight. Give me a dude that's, 6'2". Like, if you want to Hollywood
it up. Jordan, if he was a real fighter, probably would be a middleweight or a super middleweight. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty tall. He's not no short guy.
Yeah, the most light heavyweight because he's kind of muscular.
Yeah, husky guy. But they got this guy as the heavyweight champion. When we know what the real heavyweight champion
First off, in the first movie, he was a light heavyweight. Mm-hmm. People just want me to fucking forget that. So all of a sudden he spinks, huh? He's just going, come on, man, what are we doing?
Yeah, it was just, I mean, they're gonna call me a hater for sure, and I'm ready, but that shit was ass. I get that joint like 1 star. You know what I mean? And the star is getting is because, you know what I mean, y'all, some people got paid off it, some good people, but I'm done with Hollywood. I'm really kind of burnt out with Hollywood. They on some bullshit. They need somebody like me writing this shit, man.
I agree. They need you in the movie. Yeah. Like they just grabbing people that they know popping on Instagram and just throwing them in the movie, having them train folks.
Yeah, shit was bullshit.
Yeah, shouts out to Stitch and Bug, man.
Yeah, I was writing you letters, but you ain't never write me back because your mom was holding on to them. Then when you come home, she saved them. Like, this shit is like this shit is crazy, bro. That movie was ass, bro. Like Michael B needed to like talk to them and like,
he was like, and Michael, oh man, don't get me started.
It's crazy.
And Michael B sitting there all hurt when dude did that. My nigga, like, what did you really, like, you and turned your back on ball.
No disrespect. They playing on people's heart, man, with the sign language. I feel like they playing with people, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with somebody who's deaf learning boxing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like they playing on people's hearts with that. They try to get you like, like that movie was ass, bro. The little girl was a great actor. She was. It was her, Wood Harris, Felicia Rashad. They all did good jobs. But the rest of them people, man, they need to cut that shit out, man. They need to stop. For real. Because that's like fucked up. It just was fucked up. It was corny. And then if you remember, when they brought the villain out on Rocky, he lost to the villain first. That made it more intriguing when they brought Mr. T out. Mr. T beat him up the first fight because he had got too Hollywood. Then they brought it back to rematch. He beat him in the rematch. But the authenticity of it back then, like how they made it look, and the guys look realistic. They look the same size. You know what I mean? looked like they was in the same weight class. It looked kind of real, and it was just a good. And I realized something with this. Shout out to the people that take care of the sound. What you call it?
I guess sound crew.
Yeah, because that's what had you buying in too. When you hear the great sounds as the punch goes, like da-na, like all that shit, like you like, oh shit, he about to win it. Like that shit was just corny, man. But I guess because I live this shit every day, so you know what I mean. I'm not gonna be a fan, to be honest.